So you're going to be in the front at the Rose Bowl.
Right.
We came in early to get all this.
Right.
You know,
I'm sorry. Everybody came in early so that they could film
because
this
of
little
you,
segment.
right?
Yeah, I
Gotta wait
apologize.
time
So I am one of
somewhere.
those crazy white suitors, and I will be out on the parade route about 3:30 on New Year's Day after this is aired. But
you wear a helmet?
no, that's only when you ride the mopeds through the parade, when you need to ride a moped. So, but it's kind of neat because Jennifer Guzman went and checked out the process of how the floats are made. So we're seeing
That's amazing,
the
yeah.
finished product today in the
Right.
parade, but
We're going to see
you're going to
before.
see the before after with Jennifer Guzman. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Hi, Mary and Scott. I did have a chance to go down to Phoenix Decorating Company in Pasadena, where I got to see hundreds of volunteers working on these handcrafted floats. It was an amazing sight to see.
Over the last 30 years, Phoenix Decorating Company has dominated in float development for the Rose Parade. They were incorporated in 1985 and have built more than 760 floats. The 2016 Rose Parade will feature floats like Discover Los Angeles, which includes LA's famous landmarks and tourist attractions, the Tree of Life Adventures float, and check out this Working Together for Peace float by Rotary International. Phoenix Decorating's president Chris Lofthouse says float building is a long process and the creatives are already starting on next year's designs.
It's a year of preparation, and we have a full-time staff dedicated just to calling out flowers and deciding what material is going to go in what area. Tremendous amount of dried materials, tremendous amount of fresh flowers. Literally thousands of different organic materials are used.
But none of it could happen without hundreds of volunteers helping out every year.
We spend another staff, and we spend the year organizing volunteer groups, and there's two major groups that volunteer for us, and it's the pedal pushers, which are the Lutheran part of the Lutheran Church, and the Kiwanis groups in the local areas. And Kiwanis and Lutheran decorate the main part of our floats.
The pedal pushers are a group of 5,000 volunteers in charge of decorating 9 Rose Parade floats, 450 people per shift, 2 shifts a day during decorating week.
We get them from all over the place. We used Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, senior citizens, youth groups. We had a junior high school working today. We had a senior high school group in today from Riverside. So it's a group that just keeps coming back year after year. We have, like this year, Iowa's sending us 37 volunteers. I don't think it has anything to do with them being in the game. They had scheduled it before, but we recruit from all over the country where people will come out and say, this was on my bucket list to work on a Rose Parade float.
Each float is individually staffed and has an assigned crew chief who guides volunteers through decorations. Each float will incorporate this year's theme, Find Your Adventure.
We decided to introduce to the world the idea of finding their adventure in Armenia. And we picked 17 different elements or touristic attractions in Armenia proper. And basically the float itself has all those elements on it, from historic phoenixes to the modern museums.
Every single float is designed and handcrafted from scratch. Everything except the steel and mechanical parts, of course.
The floats are all motorized floats, and what we do is we start out with a chassis. We custom build a chassis with a motor in it. We use big truck components for our chassis. Believe it or not, as floral as this parade is, we are primarily a steel shop. So all the shapes and the different art forms of the float are actually built out of steel, covered in various materials like screen wire, plywood, and then covered in a latex coating. And once that latex coating has been sprayed on, then the art department can come in and do the final artwork on the different things that we build. The decks, you can see some of the gardens in our decks. It's spray foam. It's the same foam that you see on it's sprayed as insulation or in the backside of your hot tub. It's urethane foam. But we use it in a very unorthodox way, and on the decks, they become our garden areas, and that's where we can actually put the water picks in with the fresh flowers and create our gardens.
If you had a favorite float, you'll have a chance to see it. The floats will be on display at Post Parade at Pasadena High School starting January 2nd. Back to you, Mary and Scott.
If you're a veteran and you're in the market for a home, this is the place to be.
Absolutely. Join us on CCN Sunrise with our segment star, Celeste Sierra, and she's going to talk about those VA loans. She loves doing them.
I'm a veteran.
Yep.
I like to hear this.
Let's hear more about it.